My name is Brandon Walker, and you can count on me to show up to work every day at Barstool Sports. It is the Brandon Walker College Football Show with Brandon Walker. It's good to see everybody. I will answer any questions you ask during this show. I will answer them honestly and forthrightly, and I will answer them about anybody. That is my promise to you. 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22. Hello to Rob Wooden, Notorious Flop, Tristan Rawson, Billy Butcher, Charles Colson, Angelo Bosaki, Ryan Smith, Joe Kidd, Kevin Golly, D. Jonesy, Coop, Caden Rutherford, HJP, Julianne Borba, Notorious Flop. Flap? Is it Flap? Rob Wooden says Rico isn't leaving. He very much is. It is not a bit. I've never been involved with a Rico bit. I will never be involved with a Rico bit. Rico Bosco, as of today, does not work at Barstool Sports. That is an actual, true fact. I'm looking dead in the camera. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I came out of the Yak today. We did the Yak. I did Pick Central and then did the Yak. And when I came out of the Yak, I walked over to my desk to put my stuff down, and I saw Rico dapping up somebody, Jake Marsh, and he turned and I dapped up. He walked over to me. I hugged him, said good luck, and that was it. He no longer works at Barstool Sports. Angelo Bosaki says, dang, it might be real. No, it is not dang, it might be real. It's fucking real. It's real. The man doesn't work here anymore. Period. I don't know where he's going to work from now on. He doesn't work. He's not a coworker of mine. (888-STOOL-22) is the number to call and get on the show. How about that one's happy? You happy? You happy? You happy today?
Listen, I'm not happy. I'm not sad. People make decisions in this life, and they have to live with them.
Thank you, Cons.
Thank you, Brandon.
If you can't tell, I'm doing this show. This is my flu game. They decided to have the company party upstairs this year. The company Christmas party is upstairs on the third floor. Not only is it on the third floor, they positioned the DJ's booth right on the top of the steps in the third floor so that it absolutely permeates every part of the second floor. So when he opened the door, you heard everything. Brad Seapack. He is going to work for Kirk, and it will be a bit. That is absolutely 100% not what's happening to my understanding. Who the fuck would go work for Kirk Minahan? You work at Barstool Sports, and you get this big exposure, and you go work for a podcast for 25 virgins? Nobody would do that. Anyway, 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22. I gave out my list. My top 12 quarterbacks of 2022. A lot of people might be calling to talk about it. Might be calling to talk about Rico Bosco. I don't know. Anyway, here's my list of the top quarterbacks of 2022. Number 1, Caleb Williams, USC. Number 2, Hendon Hooker, Tennessee. Number 3, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State. Number 4, Max Duggan, TCU. Number 5, Bryce Young, Alabama, who was better this year than was last year because his teammates weren't as good. He didn't get the award. Michael Penix Jr., number 6. Drake May, who fell off at the end, number 7. Jordan Travis, Florida State, number 8. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 9. Stetson Bennett, 10. Georgia, good quarterback. Good quarterback. That's pretty good. Sam Hartman, Wake Forest, 11. And Bo Nix, Oregon, 12. That's my top quarterbacks of 2022. Mark Struck says, why is Hooker ranked number 2 when he didn't play a full season? Because I'm not a stupid idiot, Mark Struck. I don't require 12 full games to judge how good a quarterback is. That's a really dumb fucking thing to say. And you're here every night. How are you not smarter about football than that? You guys got to know that my goal with this show is to build smarter football fans. And Mark Struck, you're here every night and you're still stupid. Don't represent yourself. Don't say that you watch the Brandon Walker football show if you're going to be that dumb. Let's see. Let's see. Who else we got? Jackson Smith and Jigba announced he's definitely not playing. Whatever. I don't care. Spencer Rattler is not very good. Hello, Wild Jabroni. Good for you. I thought TJ hosted the show. Now he does not.
Could if you need me to.
Could if I needed him to, but luckily I will never, ever, ever need him to. Chad Myers says, how did Hooker do against Georgia? Okay, Chad Myers, also a fucking idiot. There's 12 games in a season. Hendon Hooker lost to Georgia. Georgia's one of the best defenses in the country. Didn't do very well. Doesn't mean he's not a great quarterback. K-Nut says, we want Rico. Well, first of all, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and Rico has never, ever in the history of his life worked this late at Barstool. So even if he still worked for the company, he wouldn't be here now anyway. So you got to deal with the people who handle their business and show up to work every day. That's me. 888-STOOL-22 is the number to call and get on the show. It's going to be a Rico show. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I tweeted out it ain't a bit, and some people still think it's a bit. Some people think it's still a yeah. All right. Big 12 is slept on. I don't care. It's probably not. 888-STOOL-22. I guess we just dive into the phone calls because the chat's all sucking their own dicks about Mr. Bosco. So go ahead and get me if you can. Oh, this was firing day too. If we were a bit, we should have just put him on firing day. Why is Ebo in there?
Just want to stop by and say hello. We lost her brother today.
You might have. I didn't.
Also, I told everybody that they could just come into the studio today if they wanted to.
It's an open door policy?
For both doors. If anybody's in the office and wants to come be in the booth, or hey, there's Rob, or be in the studio.
All right, there's a party going on. It is funny.
I don't even take about the party.
It is funny. The optics of Rico Bosco leaving, and then right now Barstool headquarters is a gigantic party with DJ, and the optics aren't great, or they're at least coincidentally interesting. Go ahead.
It's a man's funeral and they're dancing. We need to get some Christmas music in here.
Yeah, no,
this is not Christmas.
I don't
music.
understand anything about the party this year. I don't understand.
Last song was like, if you lick it and you ride it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's coworkers up there.
Yeah.
And it's
You don't work with anyone that dates a coworker.
TJ, have you had any alcohol yet?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's a party.
If anybody wants to go get me a glass of wine, I'll take it.
I'll get you, Brandon.
But not Katie, because Katie already got me some food, so she doesn't have to.
Would you like?
I just realized, Katie, I just realized something today. When you went and got me food, you said, hey, you want me to go get you food? I said, yeah. I realized PFT is like, you had her go get you food? And I was like, that's embarrassing, isn't it? I shouldn't have done that.
I backed you up. He said that to me upstairs, and I backed you up. I was like, Dan has his people, Dave has his people. I
Yeah.
have them in you, so I'll put up with the shit.
Yeah.
Would you like white or red, Brandon?
How about a nice red?
Okay, I'll grab you a red.
How about a nice red? A nice red wine. That'd be nice.
Here comes Mincy's about to lurk.
If he comes in here, TJ, I'm walking out. I'm leaving. Did you see his eyes? How wistful his eyes were?
He was looking for some sort of invitation.
He wanted an invitation. Jeez Louise. 888-STOOL-22. 888-STOOL-22. Here we go. I don't know what y'all want to talk about. I'll answer the Rico questions if you want. Will Hodges multiple times says Rico filled in for you, MFer. Yeah. I gave him opportunities. Stop spamming the chat, Will Hodges. If you want to suck Rico's dick, I can get you his number. If you need to suck his dick, I will get you his number. So those are my quarterbacks list. I don't know if people will call it. I'm 6s and 7s right now. I'm trying to figure the show out. I can hear the music up there. I don't know if y'all can hear it. There's 6 cases of high noon upstairs. Will you be on Pick'em? I don't know. I wouldn't turn down that spot, but I doubt I'll get that spot. I have my own college football show, so that would be kind of redundant. That spot's probably better used on somebody else. Roan? Large? Why is Large dressed like Indiana Jones? Okay. It's a fucking party in here. Look at this. It's a fucking party. Hello. 888-STOOL-22. The one person just asked one question. BFW third chair on Pick'em. The way you guys talk about our content here just weirds me out. I don't think anybody ever here has said third chair, second chair, fourth chair. Like, why do y'all say third chair? Why do you say fourth chair? That's always weird. 888-STOOL-22. The chat's cooking. Minded. Chris with a K, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. So I think the Pac-12 has become the old Big 12 where nobody plays defense anymore. So other than Caleb Williams, I'd probably bump the other Pac-12 quarterbacks a little lower on the list. You got 8 of the top 30 quarterbacks in yards this year. We're all in the Pac-12.
So why do you believe that's a Pac-12 defense issue and not a Pac-12 quarterback strength?
Just because of total points and the rest of the team, the way they look. For instance, if you look at Utah against Florida, that was one of their lowest scoring games of the year. Pretty consistently, they didn't score anywhere near as many points when they were playing outside the conference.
Yeah, I don't mind that point at all. And now that I think about it, Washington State beat Wisconsin, but they scored 17 points. Hold on. I specifically asked for red wine. Not only did I specifically ask for red wine.
They have red.
What do you mean? Why'd you ask me if I
asked Katie. She's like your person.
Secondly,
That's the world's smallest glass of wine.
this amount of wine is ridiculous. Put me on camera. Look at this. Look at what he brought me. Look at my hand. Look how I have to grip it. Look, I won't grip it like a normal. That's how much he brought me.
You look like Andre the Giant.
What?
I don't know what to tell you.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
Please.
Luke in Texas, go ahead.
Yo, how's it going, Brandon?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking at your list right now, and I'm pretty good with it, other than one player.
Who is it?
Penix. He's gonna have a terrible bowl game against my Longhorns.
You took Michael Penix Jr. as the number 5 quarterback as an assault and an affront to your Texas Longhorns?
I think
That is the most bitch-made thing I've ever had happen on this show.
Say again?
Nothing. 888-STOOL-22. 888-STOOL-22. Good Lord. This is also... I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain.
Let him complain. Go ahead and complain.
This is terrible wine. This is the worst wine I've ever had.
I saw the bottle it came from. I've had it before. I didn't like it.
This is not good wine.
No, it's not.
This is a very terrible wine.
So the bottle that it is in is like a.
What'd you get it from a CVS?
It's like a $13 bottle of wine. I've seen it before.
Oh my God in heaven! Jordan in Oklahoma, go.
Hey, Brendan, you doing all right tonight?
My name is Brandon. Say it like that. I was being for real. I don't know what that motherfucker was laughing at. Oh, California knows how to party.
The best part about this episode is if we get copyright struck for music, it's not our fault.
Yeah, we
could just play music on this episode.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. James in Union City, Tennessee, go ahead.
What's going on, Brandon?
Hello.
Hey, man, I was looking at your quarterback list, and I wanted to argue about Hendon Hooker, but then I looked a little deeper, and I saw how low Bo Nix was. What the hell, man? 87 QBR. He outdueled Thomas Robinson. He had 22 catches, 28. He threw it 28, had 22 receptions, 5 touchdowns. What's the disrespect for?
I have never in my life encountered a group of baby back bitches like college football fans. There are 130 college football quarterbacks. I have Bo Nix ranked number 12 and 130, and you are whining about Bo Nix being number 12 behind 11 really good-ass quarterbacks. Is that true?
You constantly disrespect him, Brandon. You constantly disrespect him.
Please never call me again. I constantly disrespect Bo Nix. Any respect shown to Bo Nix is a lie. Good Lord. God damn it, it's a party, all right? It's a party. I got wine, and I got shit callers tonight. Give me up my caller quality, god damn it. What the fuck are y'all doing? Calling me whining? Eight at 8, still 22. Jeez Louise. Eric in Iowa, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, you're talking about it being a party. I was wondering what, like, your 3 favorite bands are.
Outkast, Alabama, and Hootie and the Blowfish.
So you wouldn't put, like, Imagine Dragons up there?
I wouldn't, and this is the most pathetic attempt I've ever seen. Eric from Iowa, you are an uncreative, unoriginal piece of shit. And for you to call and think this was going to work, I don't know. What's my favorite fast food? Is it Wendy's? Wendy's nuts come across your face? Way to go, Eric. Your mother's a whore. It's bad enough your name is Eric. What is this show? It's supposed to be a lighthearted, fun show about college football. Why are the callers sucking tonight? This ain't me. Why are the callers sucking tonight? Yes, Outkast. Outkast is my favorite group. What's the problem with it? I love Outkast. Jesus Christ. Who are these people? Who in the fuck are these people? My mind on my money, on my money, on my mind. What do we
Can the
got?
chat hear the music?
Sipping on gin and juice. The quality of the music's getting better up there, I can tell you that. Fucking gin and juice going on up there. Oh, man. Oh, fuck! Hey, ho.
Hip-hop
Hey, ho. Hey.
Do you have Jock Jams on CD?
Do I have
as
Jock
a-
Jams on CD? Of course I had Jock Jams on
I
CD.
bought that in high school at a thrift store for $1, and it was all I listened to for like 9 months in my car.
Rob and Boca, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, question for you. Of the new teams entering the Big 12 next year, who do you think is set up the best for the next 3 years?
I like the Houston Cougars. I think they first of all, Cincinnati's taking a step back with their coaching hire. I don't like where BYU is at all. UCF I don't mind, but I think Houston is they got coaching consistency. They get a high quality of athlete, and it's only going to go up when they get to the Big 12. Houston is my favorite team entering the Big 12 for the next 3 years, the next 10 years, next 30 years.
Gotcha.
All right, thanks. Well, they're switching songs quickly. Is that Missy Elliott now? I guess it's Brandon named 3 Outkast songs. Bombs Over Baghdad, Miss Jackson, Spodioti, Dopalicious, The Art of Storytelling, Part 1, Part 2, Gasoline Dreams, Aquemini is an album. Elevators, International Players Ball, not International Players Ball, Players Ball. Why would it be surprising that me, a Southerner who graduated in 1998, be a fan of Outkast? Outkast hit in 1998 in the South.
Can I tell you why?
Because I'm white?
You're very white.
I'm not very white.
On first glance.
On first glance, once you get to know me.
Didn't you say you went to like an 80% black high school?
My hometown is 65% black. My high school was 80% black. Yes.
My high school was 55% Indian and Asian.
All right. Well, we're just throwing demographics out there now. 8 at 8, still 22. Ben I says free Rico. Rico left on his own accord. Rico decided to leave. Nobody made him leave. He chose to leave. What happened to Rico? Rico decided to leave Barstool Sports. He is no longer with Barstool Sports. He no longer is employed at the same company I am employed with. Chris from Canada, stop fucking doing that. Mitchell in Texas, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. I'm a Texas fan. I just want to call in and talk about Quinn Ewers for a second. Obviously, he doesn't belong anywhere near that top 12 list right now. But he flashed some really good shit against, like, that first quarter in Alabama and the OU game.
Agreed.
But then he was really bad the rest of the year. I was just calling to see where you think he, what do you think he's capable of next year? Do you think we're going to see more of the Alabama OU guy or the rest of the season guy?
I mean, we might. There goes Shane Gillis. We might. Ewers was a freshman, and people act like freshmen just have to be good immediately, and he showed flashes. Then he got hurt, and it was herky-jerky. I think Quinn Ewers is positioned to be one of the 10 best quarterbacks in 2023. I think his progression in this offseason is going to be important for him. But if I'm a Texas fan, I'm very excited about Quinn Ewers in 23 and then Arch Manning getting a red shirt and being ready in 2024. There went Shane Gillis. Why is he here?
I think he did KFC and out and about today.
He just stayed for the company meeting.
He was just in the corner the whole time.
Shane Gillis was chilling, posted up in the company meeting.
That was awesome.
I thought, oh my God, they're about to announce something with Shane Gillis.
That nobody knows about. Something. Yeah. Nah, just chilling.
This seems to be just a bridge right now. They're playing multiple songs at once. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can't hear out of my right ear.
Do you know who sings this?
I can't hear the song. It's just a jumbled mess of. I can't make it out. I can't see what it is. 888-STOOL-22 is the number to call, and most of the calls have absolutely fucking sucked tonight. So we'll see. Dan in Arizona, go.
What's up, Brandon? How's it going, man?
So good, man. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, dude. So I was just, first of all, love the show, man. Love you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
And second off, I'm thinking about this Ohio State-Georgia game, and I remember you saying that at some point. I don't know how you feel right now, so I don't want to assume anything, but you said that you might like Ohio State to, like, cover or score. And I'm not that, sorry, my dog's barking, but I'm not that kind of guy where I don't feel like everyone's complaint with the Michigan, or the reason Michigan beat Ohio State was, one, Ryan Day got out-coached.
Yeah.
And said Ohio State had the better talent. It's just that they got out-coached by Michigan and Jim Harbaugh. I want to know, then why is Georgia, who Kirby Smart is a way better coach than Ryan Day, and also there's a good chance Georgia has more talent than Ohio State, and it's played in Atlanta. Why is people liking Ohio State in this game?
I'm liking Ohio State because they've been given a second chance. They're a very talented team that had one really bad quarter against Michigan, and people are throwing them out like they're absolute garbage. Georgia is a very good team, probably the best team in the country, but they are not above playing a close game. And with Ohio State getting new life and Georgia, having been there last year, won the national title, I just feel like this is ripe for a close game. I don't know Ohio State can beat Georgia. But could I see this being a fourth quarter game where somebody's got a 3-point lead with 4 minutes left? Yeah, I really can. That's why I think this game is going to be a hell of a game. People are assuming Georgia can blow them out, and I don't think they can. 888-STOOL-22. Wow. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. William in Delaware, go ahead.
Brandon, how you doing? Just a quick question for you. As men, could you rank 1 to 3 Jersey Jerry, Jeff Nadeau, Rico Bosco?
Well, in order for me to rank the men in that group, you would have to at least include a group that has at least one man, so I can't really do that. Thank you very much for the call. All right, Spider is now dancing in the hallway. All right. Okay, that's going. Well, he can really dance. Okay. Did he just? All right. These calls suck, TJ. I almost want you to just erase the whole board and start over.
I can do that.
Wisconsin hire. Tulane, USC. Notre Dame. God damn it, there's music, we got wine, and Rico's out. Fuck!
You know what you're experiencing for
Kill
the
the
first
board.
time right now.
Kill the board.
Wisconsin hire.
This is FOMO.
Kill the board.
Wisconsin hire.
Why?
Money.
No.
Fine.
All lines are open.
All lines are open. All lines are
3 are
open.
full, 4 are full.
All lines are,
5,
half the lines are open.
6,
I have one.
What?
Can I call in?
7.
You have a mic.
Yeah, okay. This is me calling in.
Lines are full.
Lines are full. Go ahead.
You were the most disrespectful person to James Madison at the beginning of the year when you did the preview show. You acted like I was joking around. I said we'd be number 1. We're the best program in Virginia. Say differently. Say we're not the best program in Virginia. Without lying.
Being the best program in Virginia is like being the best looking man at Barstool Sports.
Rudy's a good looking guy.
We're all ugly. There's nothing attractive about anybody in Virginia.
That's not true.
TJ.
They're playing Christmas music now.
Beneath the Christmas tree.
Spider, open that door.
Spider. He can't hear me. I own all that you should ever know. For Christmas is you. Here we go. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's a fucking banger. Okay. That door needs to be shut now. Ebo, get that door.
Ebo, get that door, please.
Sit your fucking ass down. Hello. Here we go. John in Iowa, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. I have a hypothetical. I have a coworker named Terrence, and he just does the bare minimum. He's on a conference call with the boss.
I'm doing government names. I don't know who this is. You didn't give me a name yet. It's 859 area code. Hello, 859.
Yeah, just wondering I want to hear your rankings on the quarterbacks if they were all eligible and going in the draft.
If every quarterback this year could go into the draft, what would be the rankings? Okay.
Yeah, 1 through 5.
I think Drake May jumps up the list. I think Caleb Williams jumps up the list. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. I need a fifth one. Who's my fifth one? Who's a good guy that's going to be very good draft eligible quarterback soon? I don't know who the fifth guy is. But I like those top 4. Caleb Williams. What'd you say?
Will Levis?
No, absolutely not. Will Levis is not a good quarterback.
Why is he projected to go top 10 now? I just don't understand.
Because there are do you don't understand why I don't like him or why he's projected to go top 10?
I just don't understand why everyone, Mel Kiper has him top 10 and all that shit.
Well, because they haven't gone through the process yet, and people think they can be NFL GMs, and they see tools, and they say, oh, well, these tools will translate to the NFL. If any GM falls in love with his tools and puts Will Levis as top 5 pick, top 10 pick, that GM will be fired immediately. He's not a good quarterback, and he can be 6'3", he can be 230 pounds, he can have a rocket arm, but he can't play quarterback very well. So he should not be a top 5 pick, a top 10 pick, a first round pick, a first day pick, a second day pick. That DJ's all over the place, man. All over the place. Ben in Arizona, yes.
Hey, Brandon, were you surprised to see Michael Penix return to UW, and do you think he's a Heisman favorite or wins the Heisman next year?
Wasn't surprised. I don't know that he has the pro profile of other quarterbacks. I don't think he has the intangibles or the tools that they want. Like I just said about Will Levis, the one they're drooling of. Michael Penix is an actual good quarterback who doesn't have those things. So I wasn't surprised. He can come back and probably make a lot of money at UW next year. I do think he'll be a Heisman favorite, but he's going to be one of those, if you're at Washington, you have to go 12-0 to win the Heisman. I doubt he'll be able to do that. But he'll be in the mix all year because he's got one of the prettiest deep balls in the country, and that offense is open as hell. Thank you very much for the call. Noah in Mississippi, go.
Hey, Brandon. I know I'm from Mississippi, but I'm a big Memphis football fan. I want to put a guy on your radar for next year. Last year, statistically, Seth Hennigan was one of, if not the best, freshman quarterbacks in the entire country. I think next year is going to be a big prove-it year for Coach Silverfield and the quarterback. I know that obviously we've talked a lot about American Conference, the teams that are leading, the teams that are coming in. I think you could see an 8 or 9 win team and Hennigan just light up the stat sheets. I'm curious what you think. I know that it's kind of a local.
I guess. I guess you just got to ask where it all went wrong. The show is a good idea on paper. The goal was to do a show that was unlike the regular call-in shows like Feinbaum, where guys just call in and won't talk about their team because that's boring, and that was the goal. Where did I take a wrong turn? I'm asking y'all where I took a wrong turn. Jack in Texas, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. First-time listener today. Just wanted to call and ask about my Hoosiers. We are in absolute shambles and just.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be goddamn honest with y'all. I don't want to talk about Memphis and Indiana. I just don't. David in Mississippi, go.
Hey, Brandon. I was wondering if you think Rob Thomas is going to score more touchdowns in the powder blue helmets or in the traditional Navy helmets that Ole Miss has.
What I like about this question, and thank you for calling, David, that after Ra Thomas caught the game-winning touchdown against Ole Miss a couple of weeks ago, and you guys whined like bitches and threw trash at him because you're pieces of shit, you now are paying him money to transfer to you guys because you can't actually go get players on your own. You have to get Mississippi State players to feel better about yourselves because Ole Miss is all phony and fake and imagery, and getting a Mississippi State player who actually can win the Egg Bowl makes you feel better about your pathetic little life, and you go brag about it at the Calhoun County Country Club where your wife is cheating on you with the head pro. Shut up immediately. Shut up immediately. Nate in Illinois, go ahead.
Hi, Brandon. Do you think it's suspect that Team Chicago on the dozen has never won in person or at a live event? Do you think that White Sox Dave is a filthy cheater?
No, I do not think it's suspect. The Team Chicago has never won outside of Zoom. It is not suspect. It is confirmed that White Sox Dave is a dirty, stinking cheater, and that's the only way that they can win. He is not a smart person, and the fact that anybody would believe he could ever beat anybody in trivia without cheating is crazy. I do think there are other teams that have been dominant in Zoom but never won in person, and nobody talks about. So think about that one for a second.
You playing the dozen?
I'm on the dozen tonight. I'm on the dozen tonight against, Swamp Ass. It's me and Fran and PFT, the experts, the flagship team. It's our show. And we are facing Chaps and Ebo and Hubs. So
You're playing me.
Huh?
You're playing me.
I'm playing you. I'm playing you.
Shout out JMU. 2 grads in the game. Virginia 0. Virginia Tech 0. William & Mary 0. Richmond 0. Washington Lee 0.
I might leave.
Tune in 7 p.m.
I might just leave. Jackson in Tulsa, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. Who wins an SEC championship first, OU or Texas, and why is it OU?
It's not OU because they made the wrong hire. They hired a bad coach. Oh, you hired a bad coach. Okay. Is that Adele? That song's garbage. I don't like that song. That song makes my butt itch. Holt in Texas, go.
I saw Game Boomer's media personalities list. Playoffs, but last year too, so you got to get to the little bit. How the hell are you?
No, it's a good question, and I appreciate that. I will not fuck your sister, but I thank you for the call, and yeah, I should be number 1 on the list. I appreciate that, and yeah, Josh Pate is gum off of my shoe. That's a very astute observation by you.
Oh,
No, I agree. I agree. I am the best looking person on that list, and I do have the biggest penis, but that isn't a weird thing for you to say. Thank you very. Oh yeah. Oh, you will send me $300. Thank you.
This is what Brandon acts like when he can't go to the party.
Brandon, who is on the receiving end of the Hail Mary from Doug Flutie? Phelan.
Did you see Doug Flutie last night?
Where would I have seen Doug Flutie last night?
He was at Herschel Walker's rally in Georgia.
I've been to some Walker rallies before myself. It's not a good idea to go. Eli in Nebraska, yes.
All right. I called in to talk about anything football, but changing it up. Let's go with exposing Oz and Mentalist tomorrow on the Yak.
What do you want to talk about with him?
How are you going to expose? How do you think Rone's going to expose him on with those card tricks?
Well, I don't want him to expose. I don't want to know. Do you want to know?
Fuck yeah, I want to know.
Well, I don't want to know. I want to know. I want to feel mystified. I like to feel mystified. Okay. What? Who are you? Who are these people?
Were you stunned as I was when they said that we have 400 employees in that meeting?
We had our company meeting today. In the company meeting, this is an honest to God thing that happened. Hello, Billy. I don't give a fuck about you. It's an honest to God thing that happened in the company meeting. I never got mentioned really, but there was this one time where Erica was going the list of accomplishments in the company, and they had to talk about the good shows, and then the shows they pretend to be good so they can act like they make a lot of money even though they're not very good. And then she said, oh, and the college football show had a huge year this year, and the college football show, the Barstool College Football Show, did a great job. They were incredible. Casey and Dan and Dave and Ev and all those guys on the college football show were great, and I'm just fucking sitting there right in front of her. Did you notice that, Katie?
I noticed more the other sign, how you made the slideshow.
They spelled wrestling wrong.
Yeah, the only slideshow piece I had was it said everybody's accomplishments this year, and it said wrestling canceled.
2 more times. You had a few wrestling stuff. You had the baby announcement. You were the logo.
You did have a full feature in the end of your video.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yes.
You did. You had wrestling stuff.
Minty King of the South, and then you King of the South, and then clips from this show and elsewhere.
It's wrestling. Roughness.
It's more than some people could say, Brandon.
Yep. Everyone knows this rule.
Well, I've
I
earned
threw
more.
up a gallon of milk in that studio and got nothing. I thought that might have snuck in at some point. Yeah.
Were you not in charge of getting the yak clips?
No.
Oh.
I handed the yak. Yeah.
Oh, wow, you handed it off.
I was like, to the guy that edits the end of the year video. I was like, here's our 400 episodes this year or whatever.
Blake in South Carolina, go.
Hey, Brandon, King of the South. Just want to say thank you for everything you've been doing and keep doing it. I want to talk to you about the transfer portal. Who set to gain the most through the transfer portal? And besides Texas A&M, who's set to lose the most?
Lose the most, I don't know. It just depends. Obviously, Texas A&M is one huge candidate. I think teams like Alabama and Georgia could lose a lot, but they won't even feel it because they'll just be able to replace them. But I think Alabama's going to lose 15 players, and there'll be like 15 good players. That'll be very interesting. But gain the most could be anybody. It could be anybody. Colorado's obviously going to gain a shit ton. I would assume they're going to be number one. I bet Dion brings in 40 guys, and it'll be 40 good players. So Colorado's up there at the top. But Oklahoma desperately needs to dip into the transfer portal for weapons and everything. USC and Ole Miss have proven it looks like they're going to do it every year. Clemson desperately needs to go to the transfer portal to get weapons. It's a fascinating thing because if you're not good today, you could be good next week. So I love the fact this transfer portal is happening. I really don't know that I want to do this show the whole hour today. Did Fasoli's video make Fasoli's video of Nick and KB upstairs was on it, and it was very, very funny. In fact, I get what Fasoli was saying. There was a 9-minute video of Nick and KB just interviewing people from upstairs, and I would have watched 42 minutes of it. So if he ever does release the Fasoli cut, I would watch that. I like how Jack Flap says, end it and go upstairs. If you think I'm going anywhere but out that front door when this show is over, you and I do not know each other. When this show ends, I'm picking that bag up, circling that corner right there, and heading out that way. And I'll be on the street in seconds. James M. says, why is Francis better than you? I don't think he is. I think he's very good on his own right. Tyler in Atlanta, go ahead.
What's up, Brandon fucking Walker?
How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Better than I've ever been.
I can tell, brother. You're really relishing and Rico's loss. I'm just kidding, man. Seriously, a question for you. All right, I know you hate that scumbag Captain Cons, and I know you fuck with MJF.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 100, or 1 Captain Cons to The Rock, where do you put MJF on the character list as far as wrestling heels go?
I think MJF's near the very, very top. He's at the top of the game right now, and as far as all time, he has a chance. He's only 26, but he's got all time potential. He could be a Ric Flair level, a Rock level guy. He's got top 10 all time potential right now. He's the best heel in the business. There's not even a close second. So,
Do you think he goes to WWE in 2024?
I think he goes to whoever's going to pay him a shit ton of money. And I'm going to tell y'all something.
WWE, right?
I'm going to tell y'all something. Tyler, I'm going to tell you something right now. Do you want me to tell you something?
Yes, sir.
Last 2 months has been an extended negotiation as I have tried to get MJF hired at Barstool to do a podcast with me. We had the name, we had the logo, we had everything ready, and we just couldn't get the left hand and the right hand together. MJF wanted certain things. Barstool wanted certain things.
Wait, Brandon Walker, are you serious? This is a real thing.
Why would I lie about this?
I know you wouldn't, brother. I know you wouldn't, but that's some pretty epic news that you're just dropping on us.
Well, you guys deserve it. If you're watching me and you're one of my listeners, you guys deserve a little news every now and then. But I put MJF and Erica together. They talked. I put MJF and Dave together. They talked. And we never could quite get what this side and this side wanted to match up. And I'm still working on it. Hopefully there's a miracle at the last hour, but I think it would be the number one. What I can't convince Dave is how big it would be, because it would be the number one podcast in wrestling immediately.
Dude, Brandon, that would be the biggest podcast by far, like you just said, in wrestling, but it would take over the fucking sports media.
I think it would be a top 5 brand. I said it would be a top 5 brand at Barstool, but they didn't believe me.
Well, curious. I know. If you got a minute, what would be the title, and what would be the main topic?
I can't give you everything, man. I gave you a lot. I can't give you everything. Thank you very much. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It would be a gigantic. I couldn't convince them how big it would be. I could not convince them how big it would be. They like the idea of it, but they just don't see the return from a wrestling perspective. They don't think there's enough money in the wrestling audience. And it would legitimately be a top 5 podcast at Barstool, period. It would pass a lot of these quickly. But I can't convince them of MJF's. Okay, that was 2 different things. Dun, 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 dun. Barry McCocken says cost versus profit, not there. You have no fucking idea what the cost or the profit would be. Quit acting like you know things. Dumbass. Would be number 1 immediately. And that's just a nugget from me to you. Well, I have no ill will towards anybody that didn't sign off on it. I mean, let's be honest. MJF. I mean, he wanted to be recognized. He wanted a bag. 888 Stool 22. 888 Stool 22. What else? Cole and Savannah, go ahead.
All right, my man, I'm going to preface this with I love you, but I'm going to need you to reach behind you and grab one of those dolls and show me where Stetson Bennett touched you, because the amount of disrespect that you dish out to this man is unreal.
Continue.
All the kid does is win. He may not put up big numbers. I mean,
Stop.
Shit, the Florida game. Let me
Stop. All the kid does is win. He may not put up big numbers. Well, then guess what, motherfucker? we shouldn't put him up for the award for the best individual player in the goddamn country. Continue.
Okay, but how much weight are you going to put into like a C.J. Stroud putting up fucking 8 touchdowns against South Harmon Institute of Technology? Or, Kirby doesn't run the score up on most teams. If he gets
Stop! Lie, myth. That's a lie and a myth. Kirby absolutely runs the score up. This motherfucker the other day went for 2 up 48-23, and you're going to lie to me and tell me Kirby doesn't run the score up on teams? Shut the fuck up. Continue.
For retribution.
Shut up. That's whiny shit. The LSU beat you 3 years ago, so now you want to go for 2 against a coach who's different, players who's different, fans? Come on. Kirby's a bitch. You're a bitch, Stetson. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to come at me. You got to come better than that. Don't clip that one. I didn't like the bitch part at the end. Owen in Michigan, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon. I just had a question on how you'd improve the Heisman. I would make it so there's only 2 finalists per position. Now, the reason for that is the huge issue of there's a huge gap between 1 and 4. Stetson Bennett should not be there. Put Blake Corum, put Marvin Harrison Jr., put somebody else just so we can at least debate and try and cross between positions, make it a harder debate. I know Caleb Williams is going to win, but at least let's talk about it. Right now, it was already decided. It's kind of stupid.
It would already be decided anyway, and I definitely wouldn't want to hold 2 spots for running backs because running back is an interchangeable position, and I don't think running backs carry nearly the value of a quarterback. You give me the number 12 quarterback in the country or the number 1 running back, I'm taking the number 12 quarterback every single time. The DJ just ran out of good songs and just started playing whatever he wanted, didn't he? How long does this party go?
9.
There's going to be people drinking up there until 9 o'clock?
And then, that's when the party ends. Like, people will be...
And then y'all will go out and be
yeah.
debaucherous together?
Yeah, you want to come?
Absolutely not.
Come on. It's Christmas time.
With the fellas. With the boys. Put some hair on the chest.
I don't have...
You can stay on my couch, Brandon.
I'm not going to stay on your couch, Ebo. I have my own couch. I have multiple houses. Has Brandon even mentioned Rico? Yes, I am something. Yeah, I have. No shows tomorrow? Is it Friday? Who said there's no shows tomorrow? We got every show possible tomorrow. I might have my busiest day in the last 3 weeks tomorrow. Katie, I'm booked 12 to 7. Good Lord. 11 to 7 now. Excuse me. Yet people quit this job because they can't come in for 3 hours a goddamn day. That's not that. Hold on. I like the human being that plays that character, but if I never hear the word Ryder again, it'll be too soon. Anybody who pretended to be Ryder or had that in their name, like, what are you doing in life? Dun, 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 dun. Rob in Massachusetts, go ahead.
Hey, Brendan, thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to hear your thoughts on taking the money line. It's at 1,200 right now on South Harmon Institute of Technology playing Harmon this weekend. Just wanted to hear your thoughts.
I got a question, Rob. He hung up. That must have been a Minifan because they're not very. Who is that? What passes for humor on his show? Like. He's the 3rd person on this show to say South Harmon Institute of Technology. Oh, you know what? It spells shit. No wonder Kirk wants to kill himself every 3 months. That was a minifan? Was
I
it
don't know.
Massachusetts? You went, yeah.
Oh, I was pointing because I heard somebody scream from across the office, and I could tell who it was from here.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Brandon, do you have a top 3 Christmas songs?
Yeah. They're called Leave Me Alone.
Damn, Scrooge ass.
Yeah. Your heart is 2 sizes too small, brother.
With your Scrooging ass. Brandon's heart's definitely too big.
That's it. Yeah, yes. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's if I drop dead tonight, it ain't because my heart's too small. It's
Yeah.
because the motherfucker exploded.
Your heart and your prostate.
Yes, they're the same size, ironically. Oh, man. Yes, I know Sloppy Toppy. It's from a movie. Of course it's from a movie. Jesus Louises. Oh, Clarence is killing the saxophone right now. All right, I'm done with the calls. They weren't good today. They were bad. I'm out on calls. It's just me in the chat now. It's just me in the chat. Are we still 100% believing Rico is leaving, says Mike. Guys, Rico Bosco no longer works at Barstool Sports. It's not a joke. It's not a setup. It's not a bit. It's not a gag. He doesn't work here anymore. Now, if he's going to announce where he's going next, that's on him, the human being. I don't know what he's going to do. He does not work here. I am and he are not coworkers anymore. When did you stop believing in Santa? I was late. King Eric 69, get him out of the chat. And don't let him come back. King Eric 69. We're not going to be saying my wife's name. Best Starkville restaurant, Two Brothers for casual, Restaurant Tyler or the guest room for good, although 44 Prime's an incredible steakhouse. Go-to karaoke song, Bye 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 by NSYNC. I'm doing this tonight. You're probably going to start a fight. I know this can't be right. Yes, Rico is gone because Tommy Walker has signed a 2-year, $200,000 contract to work at Barstool Sports. Tom Voreth says it's a work. I just don't know why y'all exist. Billy Butcher says, why don't you like Jerry? Who says I don't like Jerry? I do like Jerry. Jerry's fine. I am Joe Mon says, why are you mad at Rico? I hate everybody.